When the Texans traded for David Montgomery, the reactions were all over the place. Some fans loved adding a proven veteran, while others questioned whether Houston gave up too much for a running back who's about to turn 29. So today, we're answering the simple question: what does David Montgomery actually bring to the Houston Texans? What's going on, everybody? It's Texans Take over here with a different type of video. Today, we are breaking down what David Montgomery actually does bring to the Houston Texans. And to start that out, I want to talk about his consistency. Since he came into the league in 2019, Montgomery's became one of the most reliable running backs despite tearing his MCL in 2024. Across these 7 seasons that he's played, he's totaled over 6,100 rushing yards, 59 rushing touchdowns, and nearly 2,000 receiving yards playing in 105 career games. He's never really been the flashiest back. He's more known as a power back, but the production's still there with him. Last year, with the Lions, you could say that he had a down year, splitting touches with Jahmyr Gibbs, but he still rushed for 716 yards. He averaged 4.5 a pop and scored 8 touchdowns on only 158 carries. If you put that into averages, that's a touchdown every 20 carries. That's elite efficiency for someone who was the backup to Jahmyr Gibbs. If you want to talk about the PFF rankings, Montgomery finished the 2025 season with a 75.3 overall offensive grade, ranking 20th amongst all qualified running backs. His rushing grade was 72.5. But that doesn't really tell you what David Montgomery does. He's built his MO, his reputation, whatever you want to call it, on things that don't show up really within the box score, and that's breaking tackles, fighting for extra yards, consistently falling forward, and then converting the short yardage situations. He's arguably the toughest runner in the NFL, if not one of the. Um, he's not going to be the one that grabs headlines. He's not going to be the one that explodes off the ball. But he can turn a 2nd and 3 into 1st and 10. He can turn a 1st and 10 into a 2nd and 4, and then repeat that process. That's what his MO is. That's what his reputation is. So why does that fit with Houston? Well, we struggled running the football last year. We all knew that. We averaged just 3.9 yards per carry, ranked near the bottom of the league in rushing efficiency, and only finished with 9 rushing touchdowns, only 2 of those coming from Woody Marks. We needed someone that could stabilize the offense, really. And Montgomery isn't coming in to be a home run hitter. He's just coming in to do his job, and that's just get those first downs, keep the offense on schedule. He fits perfectly with what we want. Physical football, controlling the clock, help take pressure off CJ to allow him to reach his ceiling. And, despite our red zone struggles last year, I think David Montgomery coming in would mean those red zone struggles are out of question. I mean, he's one of the league's most dependable finishers when it comes down to goal to goal. So all those 1 yard issues we had last year, I don't think that would be, a possibility with Dave Montgomery. Another thing I want to touch on is his mentality. Everywhere he's been, Chicago, Detroit, and now Houston, Dan Campbell, Nagy, and I assume now D'Amico will praise his toughness, his leadership, how he plays through contact, how he doesn't lose yardage, how he sets the tone for the offense with physicality. Those are the things you can't measure with statistics, and that's why the Texans felt very good with going out and getting someone like a David Montgomery. Someone that Nick Caserio said that he thought it was a no-brainer to bring in when he was talking on Pat McAfee. He said, if this dude's available, we should go out and get him, because if we want to instill in culture into this team, then David Montgomery is exactly what you're going to look for. We know we got eliminated by the Patriots last year, but when the games get tighter in December and January, having someone like a David Montgomery who can grind out these difficult yards becomes incredibly valuable. It takes the boatload off of Woody Marks. It means that Jawar Jordan doesn't have to be an RB2. It means that Nick Chubb, who's coming back from whatever injury he had, wouldn't have had to do as much as he had to do last year. That's what David Montgomery does. He takes the pressure off of the quarterback's shoulders, off of a rookie running back's shoulders, now a second-year running back's shoulders. He comes in, becomes your bell cow, and he's going to have immense production for the Texans, in my opinion. So this leads me to answer this question. What does David Montgomery actually bring to the Texans? Well, I think in these, 4 minutes and 50 seconds, roughly, I think it is right now, we've understood that David Montgomery brings consistency, he brings toughness, he brings a proven production CV with him, with those 6,100 career yards, those 59 career touchdowns, those 2,000 receiving yards. I think it's around somewhere in the 1,800s, but we'll round it up to 2,000. the ability to block, and, you know, it's most importantly bringing the reliability to an offense that needed a physical identity in the running game. We know what we invested in the offensive line. We know what we're getting in David Montgomery, and that is being a physical back. He's not going to lead the league in rushing. He's never going to be the fastest back on the field. If you want the fastest back out there, put Jawar Jordan out there. But if we need 3 yards, if we're goal to goal with Nick Caley at the 1 yard line calling plays, if you've had all the time and possession in the game because your defense continues to get stops, knowing the Texans can obviously do that at a very high level, considering we have the best defense in the league. You need someone to wear him out, you put Dave Montgomery in the game. That's who you want carrying the football. If you need 3 yards, you need a touchdown. It's the fourth quarter. There's 2 minutes left. The team has no timeouts, and you're looking to just seal that game off, get the first down with running the ball. Dave Montgomery is exactly who you want. You bring in Wyatt Teller for a reason. You re-sign Ed Ingram for a reason. You bring in Braden Smith for a reason. And then you get Big Red and Keelan Rutledge for a reason. And that is to allow Dave Montgomery to fulfill what the Texans committed in him. And that is a tremendous back. That is someone who is going to, in my opinion, light up the stat sheet, although he's not the stat sheet type of player that a Jahmyr Gibbs, his teammate, was. He's going to be someone for you that is irreplaceable, in my opinion, and I think the Texans did a great job in going out and getting Dave Montgomery. But let me know what y'all think. Was trading for Dave Montgomery the right move, or do you think the Texans should have gone in a different direction, maybe getting someone through the draft like a Jadarian Price at 28 instead of trading up for Keelan Rutledge? Let me know down in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. It's Texans Takeover, and I'm out. Peace.